Hello and welcome to the season finale of Cornstalk Unmasked. Our show started on April 18th when three masked competitors, Fox, Penguin, and Miss Thingamajig, sang our very first performances. In episode 2, we brought on Invisible Rogue, Miss Piggy, and Professor Peculiar, and we unmasked the Fox. Episode 3 brought us Sheep, Birthday Box, and the Biker. In that episode, we said goodbye to Invisible Rogue. We saw the return of Penguin and Miss Thingamajig in episode 4, and unmasked, or unboxed, the Birthday Box. Miss Piggy and Professor Peculiar returned in episode 5, and we said so long to Miss Thingamajig. We brought back Sheep and Biker in episode 6, and we unmasked Professor Peculiar. Episode 7 was the final 3, Penguin, Miss Piggy, and Sheep, and we took off the helmet of the Biker. Last episode, we had the final showdown between Miss Piggy and Sheep, quite possibly the best performances of the season, and we saw who was waddling beneath the penguin mask. Tonight, we're unmasking our final 2 contestants and crowning the winner of Season 1. A little later, we'll have a sing-along to a song we would have heard this summer with some of your favorite unmasked contestants. But first, we have an outstanding performance from a surprise guest who you, the viewers, voted to bring back thanks to your generous donations. Let's take a look.
Learn to slam on the brake before I even turn the key, before I make the mistake, before I lead with the worst of me. Give them no reason to stare, no slipping up if you slip away. So I got nothing to share, no, I got nothing to say. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you've learned. On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? Cause I'm tapping on the glass. I'm waving through the window. I'm trying to speak, but nobody can hear. So I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass. I'm waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is there anybody waving back at me? Stars in our eyes, we start believing that we belong, that every song doesn't rise, and no one tells you where you went wrong. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you've learned. On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? Cause I'm tapping on the glass. I'm waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear. So I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass. I'm waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving? When you're falling in a forest, there's nobody around. Do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest, there's nobody around. Do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? It's like I never made a sound. Did I never make a sound? On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? Cause I'm tapping on the glass. I'm breathing through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear. So I wait around for an answer to appear. I'm watching people pass. I'm breathing through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? Is anybody waving? Oh.
Thanks to Kyle King, also known as Professor Peculiar, and a huge thank you to our donors who voted to bring back his talent. We invited our final two contestants, Miss Piggy and Sheep, to our last panel Zoom meeting where they were unmasked and the panel had the opportunity to ask them some burning questions. Let's see what happened. The winner of Cornstalk Unmasked Season 1 is the Sheep.
Wow.
Miss Piggy, it has been fun and you've done great work, but now it is time to take off your mask.
Take it off. Take it off.
Blondie Blaine! He's the
Fantastic.
You confused us all by going blonde.
I know. I had a quarantine moment.
Fantastic job overall, Melissa. Way to go. You need to get back out on stage more.
Sure.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Teresa.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks for playing. It's been fun.
I love how overall you were just so consistent. Every song you sang, you were great, and you had a wide range of songs and different musicals, and it was fun to hear you. I look forward to it.
Thank you. Thank you, Brian.
I think of all the competitors early on, you were probably the one that threw us the most. That I had no idea who the first time, and I think we had the most number of guesses for you out of anybody.
You know, when I heard you, the last time I heard you sing On My Own was back in 2010 when you did it. I mean, that was 10 years ago. So your voice has certainly matured and changed since then. So I recognized it after a while, but the first couple performances, I was like, no, that's not her. And her hair's not that blonde. So that's
I knew it, Melissa.
Let's unmask the sheep.
Sheep.
Called it from day one.
We're all so used to seeing you in plays that some of us didn't necessarily recognize your voice. And then, of course, my husband says, she was in Rock of Ages. Don't you remember her singing in that? And I was like, oh, yeah, she was.
I think you had the widest range of song choice out of all of the contestants.
Probably.
Thank you.
Nailed all of them.
Oh, thank you. That's a really nice compliment.
Did you tell anybody other than maybe the people you were living with that you were doing this? Or did you keep it or did you tell, hey, Mom, you got to watch because I'm doing this?
I told my family, if you didn't notice on Facebook and everywhere else. I did tell my family. They're very, very supportive of me, and they don't get to keep up with a lot of the things here in Peoria since they do live in Southeast Missouri.
I did the same thing. I told my family.
I had people reach out to me and say, are you the sheep? And I was like, I can't really confirm or deny, but I will graciously accept that vote on the sheep's behalf. So
I think we need non-disclosure paperwork for season 2.
Obviously, the prop dork in me says, how did you hold your masks on and sing at the same time?
What are they made of?
Looks kind of sad.
It's so cute.
I mean, you can probably tell that this was drawn on, not paint. So that's why there's all those lines.
Okay.
But so I cut a hole. Oh, this is a paper plate. I cut a hole in the middle and put a cup. And that actually, and then I used some elastic and stapled it on both sides. And then it just kind of stayed like that. It was okay to sing in. I was surprised at how much sound carried through. The only thing is that since it's the sound is bouncing off something so close, the reverberations are almost like kind of painful. I liked not having to express, just like singing, focusing on singing.
Did you close your eyes while you were singing, even though you couldn't see anything anyways?
Yes, I always close my eyes.
So mine is also a Dixie paper plate, got a cute little sign. And I actually made a similar mask like this in grade school. So that's, you said teacher and stuff. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so funny. Yeah. Yes, I did learn how to make this in grade school. And so it's got like construction paper for the ears, cotton balls around the face. The worst part about singing with it, other than the reverberation, it's really hard to hear the music behind you.
That too, yeah.
Yeah, really hard to hear the music. And then it was smashing my nose.
Yeah.
So it would drive me crazy, like finding the balance of where to have the mask and hold it. And
I'm curious for both of you, Melissa, why a pig, and Autumn, why a sheep? Were your characters?
My childhood stuffed animal is a pig. Like, you know, people have bears. Mine's a pig. So I kind of collect pigs. And I was like, if there's anything that represents me, it's a pig. So I was like, I have to be a pig. Plus, I love the Muppets. So I was like, oh, Miss Piggy, it works. It ties into two things I like. I think I like the pigs because they're pink.
Well, I have no artistic ability besides acting and singing. So I was like, what will be the easiest thing to make? I made that in first grade. So I put 2 and 2 together, I can probably recreate this.
Of all of the songs that you sang, what one was your favorite?
I really liked singing all of them. I do love singing Don't Rain on My Parade. I think it does flatter my voice really well, and it's really fun to act out, so it was kind of sad that I couldn't do too much acting.
Yeah, I love all the ones that I did too. They basically are all the ones that I practiced the most and performed the most. So I just did what I was most comfortable with and what I thought represented my voice well. But for my favorite, maybe it would be Waiting for Life from Once on This Island, because I knew
I love that song.
Probably will never be able to perform that in a real show. But I love that song, and it's so beautiful, and it's so fun to sing.
Why did you guys agree to even do this crazy idea?
I'm literally doing nothing else right now. With shows being canceled and everything too, this idea sounded so fun as a way to fundraise for Cornstalk. You know, whenever you pitched the idea, it hadn't completely been shut down, I guess, for the summer. But at the same time, even having the first 2 shows sounded super sad. And, we run off fundraising and ticket sales. So this is the best way to stay in contact with all my friends in the theater community too.
I haven't done a show in a really long time. And that's basically because of, where I work. The schedule doesn't line up, so I can't. So I was like, I really need to sing again. I miss it. And so, yeah, when Kenny offered, I was like, this is so cool. I definitely need to do this because you don't get these opportunities to do these kind of fun things. And like Autumn said, I really wanted to support Cornstalk too. And, with everything the way it is financially, I can't support as much as I'd like to. So I was like, I want to support in a way that I can. So I was like, this is the perfect opportunity too.
Are you really that familiar with everyone's voices? Has everyone worked with everyone in some kind of capacity?
No.
I know I haven't worked with Brian or really Jimmy, but Jimmy has sat in on a couple of my auditions. So
Kenny lied to us and told us we had worked with everyone. And that was inaccurate. So there were definitely times where I'm like, I don't know this person. How do I not know this person? And Melissa, I've heard her sing for years, but it's been so long so it was awesome and frustrating. And then when you got it, you were like, oh God, how did I not know that right away?
We had fun. Thanks for doing a great job.
Yeah, great job.
Yeah, you guys were so fun to watch, and the comments were great. So thanks so much. And it was honestly a pleasure and an honor to be asked to even do this. So it was really fun. Thank you.
Congratulations to Melissa Blaine for making it to the final 2 And a huge round of applause to Autumn Van Dieven for taking home the crown. Before we close out Season 1, we wanted to bring a little bit of hope and light into your homes. I've asked our contestants to do one final performance, but there is one thing missing. You. As a special thank you, we'd like you to sing along with us to a song that we would have heard this summer. Please join the contestants of Season 1 of Cornstalk Unmasked as we sing Tomorrow from the musical Annie.
The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun.
Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none.
When I'm stuck with a day that's gray and lonely, I just stick out my chin and grin and say, oh.
The sun will come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may. Tomorrow, I love ya. Tomorrow, you're always a day away.
The sun will come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may. Tomorrow, I love ya. Tomorrow, you're always a day away. Tomorrow, I love ya. Tomorrow, you're always a
Thank you to our 9 contestants and 7 panelists who put up with my constant Facebook messages at all hours of the day and night. To Nick, Brandy, and Maggie for keeping our ship afloat. To the Cornstalk Board of Directors for their guidance. And of course, thank you all for watching, for donating, for indulging a crazy idea that I had. Season 1 has been an absolute blast to produce and host for you, and I can officially announce that we will be having a Season 2 in late June or July. Be on the lookout for more information, including what to do if you're interested in being a contestant on Season 2. You can still make donations to Cornstalk Theater by following the link in this post. Donations of $40 or more still get you an Unmasked t-shirt in royal blue, but only until Friday. Shirts will be made and sent out in the following couple of weeks. That's all we have for you tonight. Until Season 2, stay safe and don't forget your mask.